But they
Because a
have
lot
been,
of people are drowning from Lily. A lot of people.
I would say that anyone drowning from Lily should have a moment of self-reflection. I mean, you should know this space. We all know in this space the protocols that go with listing tokens. We all know, how things are done. We all know how business is conducted in this space. There's some things that if you fall into in this space, that you got to look at yourself in the mirror. I understand you want a race to be first. I understand that, but at the same time, common sense prevails.
But I thought that was your project. I thought you were the
No,
one who was
no,
hyping it. I thought it was your project.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I heard it
That
was
would
your
be
project
that would
too.
be like a everyone always knew who was behind Lily. It doxed and came out from day one. There's no
All right,
reason to think it was me.
you guys, I'm gonna do a flute recorder solo right now.
Please, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Dell. Chill,
Guys,
stop,
guys,
bro,
shut the
stop.
fuck up, dude. Knock it off.
You
You
hit,
guys
Jesus
bro.
are like
Christ.
Yo,
kids, man.
That's my fucking reception.
Dell, I got
Bunch of haters.
Dell, I got a question for you. All right, all right, based on everything that's happening with the litigations from the SEC, what part of crypto are you most bullish on? What part is gonna have some upside for, in your opinion, that you like longer term? That's gonna be safer, safe. What do you?
Bitcoin is absolutely safe. Uh,
Facts. Oh yeah.
and XRP is absolutely safe. These are two independent protocols that have no reliance and nothing to do with staking at all whatsoever. And secondly, they both have kind of like been shown some evidence of like being accepted and embedded into powerful governments around the world. I'm extremely bullish on those two as far as like uh, coming out of this with like zero risk. But I'll tell you what I think is. I've been saying this for a couple weeks now, actually for a couple months now. I've been saying that I even before like these recent news came, I've been saying it won't be settled in the courts. I think that the whole courts and this whole SEC is all a charade. This is all to manipulate the markets and do what they do. At the end of the day, there will be it's anyone people are naive to think that there will ever be a judge that will decide the future of this financial commodity or security. Secondly, people are naive to think that Gary Gensler, the head of some small government organization who is appointed and can be taken out and reappointed at the flip of a switch, would be given the power to decide what this digital asset class will be. It's just never how things work. Excuse me, I got bloody murder. My kid in the
Wait.
background.
Why'd you say you think the SEC is small? I mean, I guess I could agree maybe with that.
The SEC is so small, and let me tell you why they're small. They're small in scope and what they look over. Their
Facts.
power, they're small. They're absolutely small. So what will come? What do I feel? So okay, you told us what's not going to happen. Well, what's going to happen? I've been saying for a while now that what will come will be federal legislation. It will trump every court case. It will trump every lawsuit from a government organization suing another business entity here in they will bring clarity through legislation that will drop the hammer on everything, but they won't do it until they're done working their magic, manipulating to achieve whatever it is they're looking to achieve. And I can't imagine. I can't even begin to pretend like I know what that is.
Love it, bro.
Federal government and has the ability to end this entire debate, to end all these lawsuits with the stroke of a pen. Creation of new laws has always been what has been needed. And all we've seen up until now is different government powers looking to claim a power that had not yet been claimed by the ultimate power. And eventually, that ultimate power will come, put its claim on it, and everything before it will be arbitrary.
Let me ask you something, Del. You think that U.S. crypto leaves USA or it's
No,
here to stay?
they can't afford to. They can't afford to. So what crypto is right now and what they're doing right now, it's deflation. It's catching all the money that they printed. It's helping them. And so what they want is before they flip the switch and start putting huge reliance into crypto, they want to embed themselves in early, them and all their institutions and everything they want. They want to get in before everything else. And lastly, before they flip in the switch and get the masses in there, they want to make sure that there's litigation and that there's clear visibility and that they're able to go after every tax dollar. That this is all about them catching their money. It's all about money at the end of the day. They just finish and they continue to endlessly print money out into the economic system, and they're not going to just let it stay there. The only way to solve the current inflation problems of the world is deflation. It's the only way. And right now, crypto to the government is a fantastic deflation tool.
Facts.
Makes sense. Makes
Couldn't have
sense.
said it better. Well, what's yeah. Okay. Hmm.
What do
This
you think?
internet and this international. So you speak of the U.S. and I would say, and it's not your fault because it's everything out there and it's easy to do, but I would say beware that you're not slipping into the facade of thinking that there's this US is this separate entity. Listen, all the powers of the world, they work together. They're in unison. I mean, borders are less powerful than they've ever been. They mean less than they ever have before. And to think that there's this international escape that you can go to for crypto fraudulence or things of that nature that are nefarious, forget it. The blockchain knows no borders, and you're already starting to see legislation catch up to this. uh, just today it was announced that the United States formed a brand new a legal partnership with the United Arab Emirates, where the two will be openly sharing information and different investigation capabilities and resources to go after and look after digital crime. So, and top of the list of digital crime is tax evasion. So it's all wide open. Like there's a party right now in crypto. We can do things right now that are once in a lifetime opportunities and are going away. It will not last.
Like, all right, give me an example. Like,
Absolutely. I'll give you an example. Before, like literally a month ago, someone could literally this. I know people who have done this. People who, so the goal is to, what we're talking about is people working to earn money in crypto, get it into the US to where they can spend it and avoid tax liability. And so, one of the kind of like a bedrock of being able to do so that has become and is just now getting shut down, literally through brand new laws and partnerships I just talked about, is that previously it was very easy for someone to fly from the US to the United Arab Emirates. From there, make a phone call so that they know you're coming and you're ready. You pull up to a palace, a literal palace, not just one. There are several palaces you can go to do this. You walk up in there, you pull out your phone, you transfer them your whatever cryptocurrency, usually a stable of some sort, is usually what's used, and you walk out of there with US tender. You can walk out of there with stacks of cash. And then from there, you can go and put it into a Dubai bank account or a Swiss bank account. You can have them send it directly to a Swiss bank account. You don't walk out of there. So there's tons of ways to get into the country after that. But the thing is that, just to answer your question, just to give you one example, this is one example of a common everyday occurrence that is open and legal in Dubai. In Dubai, they have no reason to police this action. It's not nefarious. It's only nefarious when that individual crosses borders and doesn't pay the taxes on that in whatever country they're in. And so now you're starting to see the United Arab Emirates not take actions against these nefarious individuals or waste resources trying to do the jobs of other countries, but rather give a helping hand to other countries and helping them to police their tax evasion. This is how things work on an international level, and this will continue. And more of it will come after legislative clarity is gained here in the US, because then it's easier for the US to go and know exactly how they want to police things in other parts of the world.
Love it. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I mean, let me ask you this, bro. What would be a time? What would be your timeline on that? Uh,
Okay, all of this needs to happen, in my point of view, this needs to happen before the next bull run. The next bull run, due to what's going to happen with the halving of Bitcoin, is going to bring this new level of scarcity. We've never seen the Bitcoin before, and like we're never going to see bear markets like this again, where super cycles will start to become a possibility. Everything's about to change for crypto. I feel very strongly that you can sense this all coming to a headwind, and the reason why this is coming to a headwind is because the clock is ticking, the halving is coming, and they know exactly what they're doing. This timing is in no way coincidence.
Woo! I love that. I love that last
I
statement,
like
man.
that hype.
You're right.
About
You're
to
right. You're
come.
right. It's not a coincidence. Of course not. Oh, SEC regulation comes right before the halving event.
What a coinkadink!
Man, it's markets, right? Just like how the option expo is the same fucking time frame as, like all the most important data points at once. They set this shit up on purpose.
Absolutely, the single hand most predictable event in any market is the Bitcoin halving. We have four instances mirror that let us know exactly what's going down, when it's going down, and how it's going to go down.
Yo, what up, crackers? What up, Migs? What up, Punjabis?
Fuck.
Whoa!
Whoa, bro, come on, man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey now. Hey now.
Yeah,
I think
you know where we're
I
getting.
technically got left out of that one. I got
So
left
so
out.
Dell, you're right. It seems like this is, with the alts, the alt market, we're getting to despair. We're getting to the later, ends of it. Yeah, bro. Bro, I'm gonna give it to you, bro. Like, this, what you said in the past fucking 15, 20 minutes, the most rational, logical crypto thesis I've heard. Probably all year, actually, all year. So, I'm sorry for conning you, bro. You're very smart. You know what's driving markets. It's more important. You're talking about what's driving markets right now. I hate people that LARP about shit that's so irrelevant to current markets, right? And it's like, I love when somebody can rationalize about what's happening right now, and it's like music to my ears. So thank you, man.
Then that's it, man. I gotta say, like, I love what you just said. Like, you really do get at the essence of my whole point. Like, my whole reason for even coming on here and creating content is to like bring awareness that at this moment of height of uncertainty and of fear of the future of this digital asset class that is crypto, is when we are at the height of massive opportunity, one of the greatest financial opportunities we will see in our generation. And it's happening right now, and this is the time to seize it. I think that's like the whole reason why I even like come on here and spend my time. I'm not making anything off this shit, I don't know. To me, I'm doing a community service.
I love it, and I love your point when you say, there's gonna be a time where the opportunity is gone, and it seems like this decade's gonna be that we're gonna see the real scarcity, right? AKA the final bull run, right? Everything what everybody's been talking about, right? And yeah, man.
Yeah, I just want to like people don't understand, and I think that there's maybe like a couple minutes here that I can take to put it into perspective to bring mass understanding, perhaps. And it's about the scarcity of Bitcoin. No one in this space talks about Bitcoin being inflationary. That is what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin right now is inflationary. Read the white paper. It will continue to be inflationary up until the 2050s. Bitcoin will continue to add to its supply as it gets mined. And right now, it's doing so very, very aggressively. About every 10 minutes or so, more and more Bitcoin gets added to to its population, to its supply. Now, we've seen this happening all throughout this last run. This was happening in 2020, this was happening in 2021. And we've seen that even with volume flowing into Bitcoin, what it was able to do and the all time high it was able to reach, even though throughout that entire time it was inflating while all that was happening. It was literally working against itself. But now, the rate of that inflation is about to be cut in half. That inflationary pressure that we have on price action is literally going to be cut in half. And at the exact same time, the buy pressure, the volume coming into Bitcoin will be more than ever. This bull run, each bull run has seen growth. And we can already tell by this bear market where we have yet to have our traditional 90 plus percent correction on Bitcoin. We literally haven't even corrected 85% on Bitcoin yet. That is one of the most bullish statements for the upcoming bull market that lets us know this bull market will be bigger than ever. So, bigger than ever volume flooding into a digital asset that is inflating at a rate less, significantly less than it ever has before. This is when Bitcoin pops.
I love that. I love that. I love everything you just said. I'm so bricked up right now. You don't even know.
Yeah, I'm bricked up too, man. Think about that shit too. Look, it's always bigger, right? It's always bigger, right? Um, this is
It's always bigger. It can get
bro, but
bigger.
it's true because all right, it's the same point, yo. I know you don't, Dell. I know you don't trade like U.S. indices, but it's like all right, like you look at for previous bear market rallies and people.
Brother, I come like I could be a billionaire. Like I was watching
Fuck.
Bitcoin from the very beginning, but I come from trading Forex and trading
Well,
NASDAQ and trading the SYP and like I was Mr. Conservative, Mr. Thought you knew everything, and I literally didn't even buy into this whole thing I'm preaching now until 2014.
2014 though.
You still early,
That
Del. You still early.
yeah.
But I was pretty broke at that time. I was in
Del,
college.
Del.
I had
If I knew
scraps.
this game, 2012, I think I would have been a billionaire too.
Facts.
Because
No,
people
man,
who bought
I was an idiot. Like I was not who I am now. I became who I am now not because I'm smart. I tell everyone I ain't smart. I'm an idiot. I
likewise.
just am experienced. I can't go to the beach. When
Bingo.
I take my clothes off, I'm covered in third-degree rug burns. It's disgusting all over my body. And so learning
I
that
feel
shit in
that much.
2017 made me who I am today.
Yeah,
You're a
all you need
fucking
is one
preacher,
hit.
man.
That's
You're a
all.
preacher. I love it.
I got wrecked in 2017. I got wrecked hard.
But yeah, I mean, oh,
I mean, Del, this is the only way you could have life changing money with crypto. Tell me in the traditional market is that possible?
No, brother. Like literally, it's it's the only other market we've ever seen things like this happen before in, even close to this type of gains, is in real estate. Like there are real estate catalysts and certain like there are some people who made this type of money from the 2008 real estate crash. These things can happen in other markets, but what you can say is that there's no other market where they happen with this type of predictability, and it's not crypto. This is the cyclical acts of this market are what you see at the start of any market. Go back to the start of the stock market, which you can argue that the stock market started twice. And I think the best one to like talk about for this conversation is when the stock market started the second time around, which is after the Great Depression. We're talking into the 1940s now, when we started to see the Industrial Revolution, and the stock market was extremely cyclical, extremely predictable, like every young market is. They all go through very similar patterns of growth and development. And it was that predictability that allowed the Time Warners, the Rockefellers, and all the bedrocks of America's wealth to gain the wealth that they have today. They did it then, and they literally did it using the same exact strategies and having the same exact opportunities that crypto is providing to us today. Because this is how markets look when they're birthed. And eventually, more money will come into crypto, more complexity, more sentiments. And this thing will get just as hard to predict as the stock market is today. And eventually, we'll all be celebrating 1% and 2% gains, just like they do in the stock market today.
bingo, 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 bingo. The vol eventually gets lower. The volatility eventually gets lower and lower over time, and the predictability gets lower and lower over time. I said
Absolutely. Stay, but that's it. That's how, that is the definition of a market's growth right
bingo.
there.
Oh man, alpha, alpha, alpha everywhere. Bro, I mean, I was saying this a month ago. I said, bro, crypto is the only asset class. It's the most predictable asset class in terms of cycles, so that we have at our fingertips, right? And so, like you said, the having the you know pretty much like that we have a full playbook for these cycles. You have four data points with the halving, and it's just like it's couldn't have said it better. And then it's like you said that this next bull run is probably the end to that easy kind of money, right? And then it's kind of like fuck.
And my story is kind of I view it as like a taste of that American dream of crypto. I mean, you're talking to a guy who's been in this for since OG time stamped, got wrecked, went through the hell of it, learned the hard way, stuck with it, was in medical school at one of the top medical schools in the country, on my way to be not just a doctor,
Dr.
but a
Jamie, that's when you
radiologist.
went, right?
Yeah, man. I literally had a residency in radiology in my back pocket. I still do. I could scoop that up at any time. and crypto retired me, man. Why?
I agree.
Because you have to seize opportunity.
Del, like, what state are you from? Like New York or?
I am born and raised in Detroit. These days I'm not really there too much. I'm an international man now, but I'm born and raised in
Let's
Detroit.
fucking go, man. I was
Yeah,
born in
let's go,
Detroit
man.
too, man. I fucking
Holla.
love it. Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
See,
man.
man, people from born in Detroit, we different out here, man.
We
We
different
really,
in
yes,
Detroit. We
sir.
being broke does something to our spirit.
Nah, that crypto life changing money. Like, this is respect, man. People, I know a guy who lives in Dubai. He used to work in T-Mobile store, and now he's living large in Dubai. Only crypto did it.
I know
And
this guy who lived in Denmark. He was a Denmark refugee. Came from what's that Arab country that just went to the World Cup finals?
Afghanistan.
No. Not, it starts with an M.
Morocco.
Morocco.
Morocco. Yep, he was from Morocco and was like refugeed on over to Denmark. There's a lot of Moroccan refugees that are like trying to become Dutch, and so he was poor there, and he moved to Dubai and he opened up a freaking laundromat. He in Denmark went into this laundromat. Some manager there was working. He befriended him, got him to teach him all the tricks, who are the vendors where he gets his machines from, who are the vendors where he gets his soap from, what vendor did he use for the building. That got him the whole playbook. He went to Dubai, opened up this laundromat. Made buku bucks off of it. Opened up. Long story short, he owns 6 laundromats in Dubai now, and he doesn't even count money.
What was he accepting crypto?
I believe he was. I know he is now. I don't know the exact point that he started, but I know he has been for
All
a
right.
while.
Del, I got a
He said, if you have 6 laundromats, that's it. Forever money
Oh, in
coming in too.
Dubai, 6 laundromats is just money hand over fist.
Yeah.
yeah, so Del, I got one more question for you. All right. So like I know, you know, like your opinion is that like the next bull run might be it, and you said that there's still opportunity. At this point, right in the next cycle,
No,
but
Bitcoin ain't gonna
so
get it done for
how is it
you.
gonna get? How are you gonna get it done if you could do it again? Go.
I think I think the most conservative way to do it, where we're going to see our biggest gains, are going to be Ethereum and XRP. But honestly, the greatest money comes from catching the cash flow that we see every single bull cycle. Understand the cash flow of crypto bull cycles. Understand what happens after that first capitulation of Bitcoin and where that money goes. And then when those top tier alts capitulate and it flows into the mid caps from the large caps, and then those capitulate, and it being a step ahead of that cascading cash flow and like continuing to roll profits into that is what I believe is the gold standard recipe for getting rich in crypto, and it's absolutely completely predictable. It's so easy. All you have to do is be one step ahead of Bitcoin's capitulation and stay that way all the way down as it capitulates. And it does so in like these 2 to 3 week periods. Like it's so predictable. It's absolutely easy. And to answer your question, I literally think that that's like the gold standard strategy to use.
Is there any part of crypto where you think there's gonna be gaming or any parts of the that there's gonna be outperformance in the next cycle? That's gonna be a narrative in the next cycle. What narratives do you
Yeah,
like
I
in the
do.
next cycle?
I like the narrative of XRP as like the adopter of institutional digital finance.
Ooh.
Yep, I do. I also like the narrative of Cardano as the adopter of social services. So anyone who's you got if you're paying attention to what Charles is doing in Africa, everything he's building with the Cardano blockchain, it's not about smart contracts, it's not about moving money, it's about a ledger of identification. And he's literally, in my opinion, building the future of the system of what the world will use for your driver's license to be on, your birth certificate, and other social security, indicators such as that. The blockchain is perfect for this service, and this very much is what Cardano is building, and it's using Africa as its test case. It's doing this right now. I literally predict a future where we're conducting voting on Cardano's blockchain. That's that I like this narrative moving into the future, and that's even though Cardano is currently under attack.
But
And then
but again, it's we know that these attacks, and based on history, don't they come near bottoms, right? They come
exactly
during
right,
the
exactly right,
despair and the capitulation stage. We're not calling a bottom yet, but it is close to a bottom rather than a top, obviously.
absolutely. Yep. And then the last narrative I like is Matic as the chosen blockchain of commercial enterprise retail. We are already seeing it. Matic is the only blockchain that has signed multiple retail giants. We're talking about Disney, Starbucks, the list goes on and on. I believe over 12 Fortune 500 companies already exclusively signed to Matic's blockchain for development of God knows what. They've been literally Matic and their partners have been putting in blockchain intellectual property rights claims left and right all over the world. Matic, I predict, is going to be absolutely massive and will be the chosen blockchain of retail commercial enterprise.